Step into the extraordinary world of Event Horizons, the podcast that transforms the art of celebration, brought to you by Illustrative Artistry. This is not just another event planning show, it is a masterclass in designing unforgettable experiences. Join our host, Bianca, a visionary event designer, as she pulls back the curtains on the secrets of stunning events. From breathtaking weddings to corporate galas, every episode dives deep into the creative process, the latest trends, and the stories behind the scenes. Expect insider tips, industry interviews, and a splash of inspiration that will leave you ready to design your next spectacular event. Whether you're an aspiring planner, a seasoned pro, or just love the magic of a beautifully orchestrated event, Event Horizons is your ultimate guide to the artistry of celebration. Tune in, get inspired, and watch your events go from ordinary to extraordinary. Catch the latest episode now and let your imagination soar with Illustrative Artistry.
She sent an invoice. She sent an invoice for my daughter's wedding to do her makeup. The invoice was for her to get over to Atlantis, parking, how long she would be there. It was like she charges for every single thing.
Every minute of a day.
But the thing was, I guess, that's your business. It was okay. But you're the person what stood on me to get set up. Yeah, you're a nice person. Yeah, you're good. You're really, really good. But you stood at my table. I gave you where you could give out your cards and stuff like that. And so. But that's the bedding business. It's a lot of underpricing going on. It's a lot undercutting.
But why? Why? Tell me why. Why as a new person coming into the industry, why
and guess what? Me and you buying the stuff from the same place, basically. We have to have it shipped in. We have to pay customs. And listen, you have to pay those America. You have to pay those shipping fees and stuff for the stuff. And so even, I look at it, even some people with chairs. Some people have chairs $2. Some people have chairs for $1. Some people have chairs for $3. And, so you have to look at the quality of the stuff you're getting. But people should be afraid of people who, if you go to a veteran and they tell you, I'm charging you $1,200 for this, and you go to somebody who's new in the business and they're charging you $350, be wary. What in the world are you getting for $350?
Miss Sutherland.
What are you getting? So people have to really look. And like I tell you, a lot of them who just get in the business, they get frustrated really easy. Because now here it is, they're at this event, they done spend all their money to buy all this stuff to put on, and then they run short, or they're looking at it, I'm not making no money from this, and this is what the people want. I'm not doing this, I'm not doing that. You give them whatever, they give them whatever, because they're already frustrated, because they undercharge the people.
But they don't know better.
That's why, I tell a lot of people, we do a lot of budgeting. Join an association. Get knowledge. Knowledge is key. Get in some association to find out what pricing is all about, what the industry is about. We have, the other day we had a conference, Bahamas Bridal Association. We brought in one of the top Black performers from the United States. And let me tell you, she did one of sessions on budgeting. That was awesome.
Wow.
Let me tell you, she opened your eyes on what the things what we're not charging for. And here in the Bahamas, we're undercharged.
So you think we could get to that point?
We're undercharged. We could get to that point, but we have to be unified.
And I think that's the problem there, for me, when I first got into the industry, like I said, I had a good mentor. Beth,
Right.
Beth had me by the tailbone. Bianca, you doing foolishness. To the point where it's in when it came to pricing my clients, Miss Sutherland, Beth priced my clients for me. She said, Bianca, you doing too much work for persons to be paying you you coming out your house for $500 to do a whole event?
I had a vendor the other day, and she told me, she said, Miss Sutherland, I have an event. And she said, but I need you to help me with pricing. I have no problem with sitting down, mentoring people and helping them with pricing. Because at the end of the day, when you have to pay off the people for the chairs, the people for the table, the person would do the draping, your workers, the florists, at the end of the day, you have to walk out of that event with something. You know, I had it was a mentor too, and you know, the first thing she said was, on her philosophy, I liked her philosophy, and her philosophy was, the minute you get the first initial deposit, you take your payout of that. You take your salary out of that, and the rest of it is for, then you budget, the rest of it is for flowers. You have to go then buy flowers. For the linens you have to use, for your workers. But she says your amount, the salary, what you're pulling, what you're making, that is put on the side.
So as a vendor, as an event decorator, event planner, what should the pay be? Is it based on the overall amount of the event?
Overall amount of the event. At the end of the day, when you don't pay all these people, you need to be taking home between $2,000 and $1,500 for you. That's just I'll say that's the less you should be taking home.
But that also tells on the standard that we should be at within the industry.
Yes.
Because Miss Sutherland, some people find it hard. They'll look at you, they'll size you up, they'll size up your business. They'll size you up. And they'll find it hard to pay you that money.
You know, the other day, I did a quote for someone. And now, she works for a company. She works for a company. I'm doing the event for the company, not for her personally. But they put her to
liaison with
me. And so when she wanted to know, give me a breakdown of what is what. Gave it a breakdown. So my cost for my labor was $700. She had a pissy foot. She carried on. Listen, it was so bad where someone called me and they says, you know, Sandra, your name all over the place. Because they feel you shouldn't make $700. So you know what happened? I called them and tell them I can't do the event.
I was just about to ask you, did you? Miss, why
do
people do that?
You know, people hate to see what you make. Some people hate to see it. You know, and I mean your own people, you own. They feel it's too much. So she felt that was too much for me to make.
I don't feel as if persons actually know the background work. It isn't, the work doesn't begin the day of the event, you know.
Let me tell you something. If I have an event, I don't know how you feel about it. If it's an event is Saturday, from Wednesday, I'm not sleeping. Because everything is playing over and over in my head. I'm sitting down, I'm writing, I'm looking, I'm going back and forth of it. Do I have enough of this? Or do I'm doing this? Everything is pulled, everything is ready. It's like it plays on your mind mentally. It drains you.
I be sick, Miss Sutherland. My belly's be breaking down.
Drains you. People don't realize mentally it's nothing to play with. Because if you taking it so serious, because at the end of the day, that's your name out there. That's your name. You cannot play with it. It is so serious. And like I say, 3-4 days, and not until The event is over. And I like to go, me personally, like to go and break down the same night of the event because I like to
make sure all your stuff there.
Not even that, but I like to feel the mood of the
response
people,
of the client.
and I want the response. And how was it? Did you like it? Oh, Miss Sutherland, we love it. Miss Sutherland, you always do. That's what I want to hear at the end of the night, because I don't want to wait until the next week to say, well, how was it? I need that peace of mind that same night or no later the next day, because it plays on your emotion, it plays on your mind.
Miss Sutherland,
it's a really strange thing.
My husband is be like, Bianca, how many events have you already done? I say, babe, go to the show. I need another 6-pack at the show.
Listen,
belly breakdown. Miss Sutherland, I just be so nervous.
Let me tell you, you would never get over it. Like I said, 20 plus years, and it's still, if I have an event, it still bothers me right now. 3 nights I cannot sleep before the event.
No matter how long you've been in the industry.
I know how long I've been in the industry, because I'm playing it over and over in my mind. I'm playing it over. Dude, is this right? Is that right? Did you order the right amount of flowers? Do you have the right everything?
And I try my best to tell people, and I'm a very charismatic. I tend to wear my emotions on my sleeve, but within the business, I've adapted a poker face, because I can't really show you how what I'm thinking or what I really want to say to you. Because when you come to me as an event decorator, or if you say, Bianca, I would like for you to plan. Now, I have some events where a person comes to me, can you plan for me? And then I have some events where a person say, can you decorate for me? Either one could work well for me. When it comes to me planning, the OCD is kicking. That is be top tier, because now, yes, my name is on the line, but my name worse on the line, because these vendors I recommending for this.
This is it.
And if you as a vendor fall short,
looks on you.
I might as well just pack up my Georgie bundle and just go, because, and the Bahamas has adopted this social media takedown, where if you fall a napkin the wrong way, that on social media, and then that's a whole big bad story, and that can make or break your company. And it's
listen, the other day I did a baby shower, and at the end of it, I like to take videos and thing them. So I'm taking a video, but the service now came, the people who will be serving, and they refuse. They're all in the way. They're taking all the pictures, and I'm trying to take a picture. And they're taking pictures, and they're going crazy. And I'm like, excuse me, ma'am, I'm trying to do a video. I saw them finish.
Or they telling you, I said, Miss Sutherland.
And then you don't get the credit for the work, because they're putting it on their snap, on their thing up. So nobody will never know. Oh, personal touch did this, because it's on this person's snap, it's on that person's snap,
and then
it's all
it waters it down, because they're like, who actually did this event? Because I saw this, but this coming.
Yes.
Okay, so I've had, Miss Sutherland, I've had an experience where when I first really, really started to get become known within the industry, and person started to really call on me. I had a particular person that I used to rent my tables and chairs from. No problem, because I ain't no storage for no tables and chairs. But I know where I get sourced from for a good price and so forth like that. And the first time it happened, I let it slide, because as things happen, of course, I'm green to it. So it isn't until it actually happened that I know, okay, that ain't, you weren't supposed to do that. So either which way, setting up an event, and the person, he's taking me thinking, like how you did the centerpiece, you take the picture of the centerpiece. I have already completely draped the room. You have already delivered the tables and chairs to me. I started putting the tablecloths and so forth on. You're not just taking pictures, you're taking videos. So which means that you are getting raw behind the scene footage.
Right.
And then I'm seeing, tomorrow, I look on your status and I look on your page, you posting, work done by X. Nigga, you ain't do that.
Listen, I did my niece's wedding years ago. And the person who did the flowers, when I looked she did the flowers for the wedding. But the whole wedding, the picture was on the side of a bus.
No, man.
The whole picture, I'm like, on all her
social media,
all her cards. At that time, we used to do a lot of flyers and stuff like that.
Yes.
The picture, the whole room setup was on that. Oh, my daughter was furious. She was like, "Mommy, she has to take it down. She has to take it down." What could you do? But these are the people we're working with.
But then the funny part about it is, when a client reaches out to them, "Hey, I saw you posted X, Y,
yes.
Can I get this and that?" "Oh, yes. Yeah, I can do that for you." "Bianca, can you post it? And you do it? Why you can't do it?"
That's it. But let me tell you a pet peeve I have in the business. Pet peeve. This really gets to me.
Oh boy.
You go to do an event and the bride says, "Oh, I'm going to have such and such a person. They're bringing this and they're going to help you. Or this person is coming to do this." Listen, my daughter, she said, "Mommy,
we have the same pet peeve, Miss
Go
Sutherland.
Sit in the car or go out in the van and sit down." Because when 10 cooks get in the kitchen,
chaos.
Oh my God. And my mouth, I get very cross. And I'm like, my daughter, she's like, "Calm down, breathe, calm down, breathe."
But it's your craft, it's your art.
This is I'm doing this event. The person paid me to do this event. I don't need someone to come here and say,
micromanage.
Well, try and micromanage me and says, "Well, could you do this? Could you do that? Oh, I don't like how this look. I don't like."
But if the person wanted you to do it, they would have hired you. So
that's
why do we do that?
Yes. People come in there and they wouldn't say, "Oh, could I help you?" Or,
or do you need
help? Or, or make a suggestion, "You think this would look better like this," or something like that. But don't come and start micromanaging and tell, I get quiet, I get miserable, or sometimes I go outside.
Okay.
I go outside.